Don't forget that I spent the last 7 hours driving here to deliver 2 minutes of truth. So don't get to the end of the show.
Now that is from 1984. I think it's the 2 minutes of hate.
Yes.
Lay it on me, Bruce.
Okay, are you
the
ready?
2 minutes of truth here from Bruce Sidlinger.
Here we go. This is in response to your abandonment of the Republican Party yesterday.
I have to say that on camera, the glowing light from your iPad makes you look like the devil. No, don't do that. That's fine. 2 minutes of truth from Bruce Sidlinger.
Why Bruce became a straight ticket Republican. There is still daylight between the parties, and here's my list. Republicans are way better on the Second Amendment. Republicans are way better on the First Amendment. Republicans are way better on separation of powers. Republicans are way better on energy. Republicans are way better on school choice. Republicans don't put forth identity candidates. Republicans are way better in terms of resisting equal outcome equity policies. Republicans are way better on something that I just can't stand. Even though I'm a libertarian and adults can do whatever they want, I cannot stand the idea of medical or surgical participation for minors wanting to do a non-conforming gender. Republicans are way, way, way better on that. And and the most Jeff was leaning over my shoulder.
I'm reading it. Yeah,
it was the most important one. This is kind of the Lauren Boebert rule. Republican women are way prettier, especially the ones on Fox News Channel. And actually, I want to talk about the Republican women being way prettier. It's because
you're digging yourself in.
No,
here, Bruce.
it's not even that they're. It's not genetic. I mean, it's not genetic. It's not genetic.
I don't think you should even go down this road, Bruce.
It's that part of Republicans celebrate beauty and Democrats celebrate ugly. and I just hate the idea. Well, look at Fetterman with his attire or whatever. I don't like
Fetterman with his hoodie and
I think we used to aspire to beauty and so anyway, so it's not that like I'm from East Texas. All the women were beautiful. It's not just picking the beautiful women. All the women had big hair and great makeup, and they were beautiful because they had this attitude.
Can I hit on these? Can I go back through these?
Yes.
Are you done? Are you done with
I wanted
the 2
to
minutes?
just say, true deficit spending is a disease of both parties, but I agree. But that's the one thing I can do something about because I can switch to a different unit of money, which is gold. So that's the one thing you can get around.
Yeah, but they're both spending us into oblivion. They both love spending.
And then regarding Ukraine, this is a big one.
Okay.
Regarding Ukraine, I know that you're against sending any money to Ukraine. I wouldn't have gotten the U.S. into it. First of all, I would have tried to have other countries think I was a madman as president, and they wouldn't have dared. But secondly,
and under Trump, nobody dared.
Right. But secondly, once Ukraine started, I just want to say that there is a valid argument that without losing American lives, we are depleting Russia's military right now.
Yeah. Can I add to that though?
Yes.
We can't buy camo. You see that article? The Marines can't get camo.
No. Oh,
we can't get camo. We're running out of ammunition.
That's a different
and stuff.
problem. I was going to do a thing about this. We need to be an arsenal of democracy, which is not necessarily a bad idea.
We need a manufacturing base.
We need to be an arsenal. First of all, we need to be an arsenal.
Look. If we had a World War II Pearl Harbor moment today, we don't have the manufacturing capacity we used to have. We still have a ton of manufacturing capacity, but we literally right now the Marines can't get the current pattern. For the Marines, they can't get the pattern.
If I was president, the day I decided, or actually before, when the idea first occurred to me to maybe help Taiwan or Ukraine, I would have spun up the war machine max. I would you know all that emergency COVID money? I would have had emergency arsenal money.
Yeah,
that's as big an emergency.
We're not thinking like that.
Not spinning up. The problem is not spinning up. It's not necessarily the problem is not necessarily missing. The problem is maybe we don't want to miss our chance to deplete Russia's military. Although there is this next step where by doing so we drive Russia into the arms of China. But we should have spun up the arsenal. We should have spun up the machine.
Look, we've already sent more.
That's it. I'm like Levin. That's it.
We've sent more money to Ukraine than the annual GDP of Russia so far. I mean, it's just like
I wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't continue doing it because
actually,
get this thing resolved. This is inside stuff. People are making money off of this deal.
I was around. I'm old enough to have been around for all the wars, at Vietnam and so forth.
Yeah.
The time to not do a war is before you do it.
Well, yeah.
Now we're in it.
Yeah. How do you back out of this thing?
Well, we should have stayed. We should have stayed in Afghanistan forever. We should have kept Bagram. It didn't, look at what we're doing. We're an empathetic nation. We are destroying ourselves to help the migrants. Let's just take the positive view. Let's assume it's a moral thing. Let's assume there are some noble actors.
Yeah, I'm going to see where this is going to go.
For much less than we're going through to help the migrants, we could have protected the women of Afghanistan in perpetuity.
It's a shame what we did.
We weren't losing people.
It's a shame how we left Afghanistan.
We should never have left. We should have kept back.
Look, we should have. I think we should have left. We should have hit our objective, and that's the problem we've had in this country for a long time militarily. Is we don't have a defined objective, and if we hit it, we just try to do more and nation build and all this. The objective was to get in there and clean house. Should have done that, and then should have been ready to clean house as needed with surgical strikes, et cetera, et cetera. Look, I'm not a military.
It wasn't costing. It just wasn't costing us any lives.
It was an absolute shame how we left there.
It was horrible,
and how many people we left behind that we made promises to. But okay, look, let me just sum this up with your 2 minutes of Republican love here. I agree with you on most of these things, and when I go to vote now as an independent, I mean, I'm going to vote for a lot of Republicans, but if you give me, like in 2012, you give me a Mitt Romney, I'm not coming to the party, man. I'm done with stuff like that because it gets us nowhere. They promise stuff and they never get us anywhere. Is the Republican Party better on the Second Amendment? Absolutely, yes. But they should all be solid on the Second Amendment and the Constitution, but I get it. The First Amendment, well, I don't know. Both sides have really eroded away at our constitutional rights. I saw just as many Republicans and Democrats voting for the Patriot Act, and continuing to extend the Patriot Act. So I don't see a lot of differences there. On energy, Republicans are better on schools, on school choice. I don't know. The Republicans have been promising me to end the Department of Education, Bruce, since, Reagan put that in place as a Republican. I mean, how they don't get rid of it, though. How many times have you seen the presidential candidates go up there and say, I'm going to get rid of the Department of Education? And then they do, as soon as they get in office, they don't even try.
But aren't there quite a few states, cities, and districts that now have some form of vouchers?
It's a state issue. But the feds should have nothing to do with that.
But I'm not talking about just national. I'm talking about up and down. In a pure democratic world, would any of those voucher programs exist? No, it would be completely teachers union public schools.
No, I agree with you. But we should get rid of the teachers unions. We should get rid of the Department of Education. Right. We should get rid of most of the departments in Washington, D.C. We should get rid of most of the stuff.
We do have a lot of places with vouchers, and that didn't happen before.
No, I agree. That's a step, but it's not a federal issue. We don't need Washington, D.C.
I'm talking about up and down the ticket. I'm talking about federal, state, local.
You're talking about, okay.
I'm saying Republican.
Look, I have a lot of... There's a lot of great people down at the Arizona legislature, Republicans. They come on this show.
I'm a red dog Republican.
I am supportive of our Arizona legislature, the Republicans that are in there, because they've done a great job with school vouchers, school choice, all of that, and so many other issues. My main beef is the National Republican Party. My main beef is the ding-dongs in Washington, D.C., because they are really wrecking this country. And we still have some control, at least, over our legislature and our local parties and local, statewide people and stuff like that. My main beef is with the national side of this.
You know what I think we need, though? I'll just make this one last point. Oh, what?
Well, you want to make your point.
My main point is that what we need, though, instead of defections, because you're an important person to defect.
Well, they better wake up, because I ain't the only one.
I actually want accountability buddies where all the Republicans say not one of us can stay home from the polls, like 100% vote. And so you can't go. What do the Brits say? You can't go wiggly. They have a name for that.
Yeah, they have
wiggly,
all kinds of weird words.
Yeah, you can't go wobbly.
Yeah,
we have to beat the Democrats.
Yeah, look. I don't know what else to say other than I hope they wake up and realize that people like me and many others are leaving. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you to everyone listening on the podcast as well. Do me a favor right now. Please subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's doing it. Subscribe, and share with your friends. If you've already done that, leave a comment. That helps us out a lot, and we'll see you back here real soon.